Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Mr. Credit and Cash, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be going over the reason why me and my Jewelers Club have officially split up. I actually called today to go ahead and cancel out the card, and my reasoning behind it. Okay, if you guys are not familiar with what my Jewelers Club is, it's basically a company that helps you build up your credit through purchasing items and products and services and goods through their website. A lot of it is overpriced, but it's overpriced with the intentions of helping you build up your credit and lowering your credit utilization, right? Overall, this company is actually phenomenal. It's really great. But just to get back on topic, the reason why I want to, talk about the reason why I shut down the account, and it's simply because of the fact is that my Jewelers Club is only meant, in my opinion, to help you get to that next level. And my Jewelers Club and many other companies have helped me get to that next level that's very similar to this, right? If you guys see my previous video, I started off at around a 550, not previous video, but I'm talking about months ago, right? If you go through my channel, I started off with around a 550, 540-ish or something like that, and my credit score was at around that time frame, right? And I had high credit utilization. I think it was at 100% at one point in time, right? What it did for me was reduce my credit utilization, right? Which ultimately boosted my credit score, right? So overall, it shot my credit score up about 30 to 40 points, which I'm forever grateful for. But the reason why you don't want to hold on to my Jewelers Club, again, this is from my perspective, is because of the fact is what it's going to wind up doing is building age of credit of account, average age of accounts is going to build into that specific slot, right? So the longer you have the card, the harder it is going to be for you to shut it down the longer it goes on. Right? So if you have this card for 5 years and you try to shut it down, well, it's going to drop your score significantly because the average age of credit, I believe, is 15%. And within 5 years, having 5 years of, say, perfect payment history, say you got perfect payment history for 5 years, it's going to tremendously knock that down and do damage to your score. Okay, not only that, but you're also going to be having to pay a $99 annual fee every single year that you have the card. And think about this: if you have the card for 10 years and it's $100, that's $1,000 that you have spent over the course of 10 years for that card, whether you use it or not. And now that makes it even harder for you to shut the card down because that's 10 years worth of credit that's on your credit profile. Okay, so you want to take the average age of credit into effect, and I'm going to be showing you guys the My Jeweler account and all that other good stuff, and showing you guys what my credit utilization and all that good stuff is at, right? So you want to take the average age of credit into consideration before you close it down. Not only that, but you also want to take your overall credit your credit utilization, right, and see where that's at, and what your average credit lines are. You don't want to shut down this account, especially if it's brand new, unless you get that credit utilization down fast, right, with other accounts. You don't want to shut down this account if you were at 100% credit utilization, and this right here brought you down to 50%, right? What you want to do is you want to work to pay down that other 50%. And then, again, this isn't financial advice, and then you will want to go and shut down the My Jewelers Club card once you got that paid down to 0%. Because you're no longer at 50%, even though it wouldn't be affecting your credit as much as if it was at 100%, but you're no longer at 50%, right? Once you pay down that 50%. But if you shut down this card, it's going to jump back up to 100%. You get what I'm saying? If you haven't made any payments on those other cards, and that's going to do damage to your credit score. So then you bought the trade line for no reason. Then you bought the products for no reason, right? So just guys, just keep that in mind when you're applying for these cards. You want to keep in mind the total overall cost that it's going to cost you over the years if you continue with this card. You want to take into account your credit utilization overall when you decide to shut it down. So make sure you shut it down at the perfect time. And then you also want to take into account of the average age of credit, of where your average age of credit is going to be at once you do shut the card down. Now, I've got this all figured out, right? I've done the math on my part. Now, I'm going to actually show you guys really quick as far as where I'm standing at with my accounts, my payment history, all the other good stuff. And I'm actually going to go into detail a little bit how I even still got approved for the Discover card at a 92% payment history, right? But I'm going to go into that a little bit later. So let's go over to total accounts really quick. And I just want to show you guys that, let me go ahead and pause this really quick. And I'll be right back just in case for any personal information. Just to show you guys that, again, they have reported. I've had them for a good 9 to 10 months or so. I still had that $5,000 credit, credit limit. I'm using absolutely no credit utilization with them, right? So let's go down to the payment history. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is off a little bit because I guess it depends when they started reporting. I'm coming up on my year, right? Because I actually started with them in June. I do remember it was around June 23rd. Oh, yep, here you go right here, June 23rd, because it was the date after my birthday. My birthday is June 22nd. Shout out to me. It's coming up this month, so I'm excited for that. But I remember I did that as a gift to myself. So I've had them for a little while now, and I know that I might take a minor hit when I close out this account, but at the same time, I know if I wait longer, it's going to be an even bigger hit. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to be doing a part 2 follow-up to this video and showing you guys exactly where my credit score is sitting at after I do close down this account. But guys, this, for all the ones out there that was wondering if they report and have it reported and all this other stuff, yes, they do. It's right here. It's living proof. And you guys can see that for yourself. They do go under major financial. So let's go back to the accounts just so I can discuss the credit utilization really quick. Let me go back one. As soon as this thing wants to load up, it's acting all funky. All right, so let's take into account my overall profile right now. All right, so my total credit utilization is at 1%. I think I have about 24,000 in credit lines or so, if I'm not mistaken. Right. Oh, well, this is actually, they're actually missing some that's reporting on my other bureaus. And I also got a Navy Federal credit card that's, as you guys seen on a previous video, that's coming to update. So right now total it says 21,250, but it's around 25,000 or so. So when I go to drop off this account of $5,000, that 21,000 is going to drop down to 16,000. Well, actually, it's going to be for TransUnion, I guess, reporting purposes. I'm not exactly sure why my other account isn't reporting on here yet. And also the Navy Federal isn't reporting on here yet neither. But it's going to drop down. It's going to be back up probably around to around 18,000. It's going to be around 18,000 once this is updated, right? But as you guys can see, I'm only using $118 out of 21,250. But not even just that, but I'm not even using $118 out of my credit card use. As soon as that updates, it's going to go back down to 0%. So me dropping off $5,000 or taking $5,000 away from this balance, it's not going to hurt my credit utilization whatsoever. And as you guys know, credit utilization accounts for 30% of your credit score. Okay, well, let's go quick so we can go into a little bit details about what I was previously talking about when it comes to payment history. So guys, I want you guys to keep in mind, just because your payment history isn't 100%, and guys, you know, you've been with me through the ups and downs with this, and when I had collections and derogatory items and all that on my credit report, obviously, if you had that on there, your payment history, even with your credit cards, right? When my credit cards, some of them fell behind. But I want you guys to remember something. Don't be afraid to go out there and apply for certain things. I always say go check out some pre-approval offers first. But don't go out there and be afraid to apply for things just because you have bad payment history. We're all working on this to get this up. Payment history is really hard to get up. No matter what anybody says. It's up to the creditor ultimately. You can send them a bunch of letters if you want. It's up to the creditor at the end of the day, regardless. And if they come to an agreement with you. I'm still working on my payment history, but guys, don't be afraid to go out there and apply or just check out your pre-approval offers just because your payment history isn't at 95% or your payment history isn't at 100% or your payment history isn't at 99%. Okay? So just keep that in mind. All right? Don't be afraid to go out there and see what you qualify for. Now, my total age of accounts, that accounts for 15% of my credit score. It says 3 years, 1 month. Now, the FICO metrics is calculated differently from the VantageScore 3.0, right? With the VantageScore 3.0, if you close out an account, it drops this right here, this 3 years mark or so dramatically. They look at it as the account is no longer there. With the FICO module score 8, FICO score 8 module, it still accounts as if there's an account there. Even if it's closed off, it's going based off of all your closed out account history, payment history, credit age, and your open account credit age and your past closed out account credit age. So even though if you do close out account through FICO, it's not going to affect your score as bad as it would with VantageScore 3.0. So those are a couple key differences when it comes to that. Okay, so guys, if at the end of the day, if you're looking to build your credit up, use this as a olive branch to help you get to that next level. But at the same time, do not sit on it, because then you're going to be stuck having to pay $100 every single year that goes by, probably for the rest of your life if you wind up holding on to it for a long time. And just think about the situation with the COVID-19 or whatever it may be where people had lost their jobs. Think about futuristic, put your mind in the future and think about if that was to happen again, God forbid, but hypothetically, plan ahead, right? So you're not stuck being stressed out paying these annual fees on cards that you no longer need to pay for, especially when your credit score is up. You get what I'm saying? So this video has gone on about 13 minutes long. I would really like to know you guys' opinion. If you want to drop a comment in the description below, I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Give this a share or a like to anybody else that's looking to maybe even get into my Jewels Club or get this card. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop the questions below. I do try to get back to everybody's questions. Honestly, I get a lot of notifications from other videos. I will miss a lot of comments at the same time, okay? So just keep that in mind. With that being said, it is your boy, Mr. Credit in Cash, signing out. Sayonara.